Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I think being out of the game for a while through injuries gives you a lot of time to sit back and I think reflect on how lucky we are to play international cricket. And when you don't get that chance for a couple of games, it really hits home. So to be back, I'm very excited and very grateful. Unfortunately, not the greatest circumstances, but can't do much about that, unfortunately. Yeah, it's been quite frustrating. I mean, not to be able to get a run of games in a row, coming back from a hamstring, I felt like I was getting back into some good form and hitting the ball well, and then unfortunately to break my foot was another setback, but it's all a part of the game. I mean, that was the first time in 10 years that I've really missed any cricket through injury, so yeah, I'm just excited to be back. Oh, absolutely. I think it's exciting because it's a new generation of fast bowlers all coming through together. And then, I mean, we've been blessed with Johnson, Harris, Siddle, these guys who have been so consistent for a long time in all formats, or Test cricket in particular. So I think when you do have a bit of a changing of the guard in that regard, I know Mitch is rested for this series, so he commands a spot whenever he decides to, or whenever he's fit to play again. So, but it is really exciting. I mean, you've got three young blokes who bowl fast, who can swing the ball. They're all quite aggressive. So I think it's an exciting time for Australian cricket in particular, because you see a new generation coming through all together, and that's pretty rare that you get three guys as skillful as them all playing in the same team if that goes that way. Oh, looking to get one first. Just off the mark, it'd be nice to start and then see how we go. It's a beautiful ground to bat, especially here at Old Trafford. The wicket's generally very nice. If you get in, you can cash in and make a big score. So I think it's important to really identify times in the game where you can accelerate and look to progress the innings. But like any cricket, you're most vulnerable in your first 20 balls. So that's just my aim, is to play as well as I can. And if I get through that initial part, hopefully go on and get a big one, and who knows, that's a bit of luck when that happens, that kind of stuff. Yeah, Johnny Hastings has obviously played a little bit of one-day cricket in the past, a little bit of 2020 and the one test, and he's just someone who tries his hardest every time. He keeps things pretty simple with the ball and with the bat. He's just a workhorse and will try all day regardless of the conditions or regardless of the scenario, situation of the game. He just tries as hard as he can, and he's a great man to have in your team because he's so versatile with the ball, but he's also a good fielder, can hit a few out of the park when required with the bat. And Peter Handscomb, I think he's a player who's come on unbelievably well in the last 12 months. He had a good Australia A tour to India. He played beautifully for Victoria last year, and he's someone who probably in a similar mould to a similar style play to someone like Steve Smith or Michael Clarke, in the way he uses his feet a lot to spin. Pretty conventional to the quicks, but is also able to play the odd ramp and stuff if required. But he's just another bloke who tries his best. He's been successful. He trains as hard as anyone I've ever seen on his game, and he's someone who just loves the battle and loves the competition. So I'm sure he's got a very long international career ahead of him. So if he gets a go, I'm sure that he'll do very well.